3BC.
Hey everybody, welcome back to 3BC, Three Black Chicks. This is your girl Joy, and my three black chicks are KC the Alchemist, One Solo, and Chloe. We have a special guest today, actually that's coming back to us, and that is Anthony. Hey everybody.
Hey.
Um, hey. So what we're talking about today, we floated a theory. We're trying to unravel the mystery, which may or may not happen in 15, 20 minutes, 15, 20-minute segment. But the mystery of swallowing, why is that so magical and memorable for men? And then another friend of mine, a homegirl of mine was like, you always remember that dude that hit bottom. I was like, wait a minute, is that the same as, like, it's kind of parallel, the women's version of swallowing? Is swallowing men what hitting bottom is to women? What do y'all think about the swallowing hitting bottom parallel? What do y'all think?
Shall I go first?
You should.
Yeah, you can go
You
first.
shall. Go
Okay,
first.
so the parallel you should be looking for is, so a man likes to be swallowed, as in, well, let me get into it. Are you saying swallowing his semen?
Yes.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
So what you're
not
missing.
swallowing his whole dick because everybody
Now,
can't swallow.
Exactly.
Yes, both
exactly.
eggs. Talk about both, Anthony.
Exactly. So let's go there. The correlation would be a woman that can swallow the entire dick.
Yes.
Because every man cannot hit that bottom space either. Every man cannot reach and feel your posterior fornix.
And why is that?
Because he may not have the length.
Well, explain to
He may not have the
let's rewind.
Okay,
Posterior fornix.
Posterior fornix. Okay.
For the cheap seats.
Okay, so the way a woman's body is created, you have a woman's cervix, which is the gateway to her uterus. But if she's laying on her back, on top of her cervix, there is a small crevice, which is called the anterior fornix. It is short, and below her cervix, which would be posterior to her cervix, is another crevice, which is called the posterior fornix, which is a bit deeper. Now, a man who has a certain amount of length, which would be possibly on average 8.5 or more inches, can reach that posterior fornix and fill this woman in a space that is normally not filled. So this area is always closed. This area never receives any friction during her normal life, or if she's dealing with a man who is, for lack of a better word, substandard. So once a man feels her, filling the posterior fornix, and then knows what he's doing and knows the angle to get to the posterior fornix, because some men just go in there and go and hit that. You think you're doing something, you're hitting the cervix. No, young man. You have to angle yourself, get below the cervix, and feel the posterior fornix, and that gives her that feel. That gives her the feeling of being completely filled, completely. It sometimes with some women they feel overwhelmed. They rarely experienced that. Just in my experiences. So,
well, first of all, let me say this: you better know the lady's vagine inside and out, with the formally and biologically. You better know. But carry on. I just want to
One Solo snapping,
congratulate you on that. Go ahead and educate people.
If you are going to explore her, you need to know what you're going looking for. So,
hello. And if you ever wonder why geometry was important, here you go, right here. Because you need to know about angles. You need to know about
the angles.
Yeah,
and curves.
Talk about it.
Yes, you need to know the curvature. You need to know that.
Amen. Preach. Carry on.
Preach.
Now,
we're listening
to
that is going into the posterior fornix. That is the true hitting bottom. Mm-hmm. That is hitting the bottom. When you feel the posterior fornix. Now, when it comes to swallowing, do men enjoy having their semen swallowed? Yes. Mm-hmm. It's an amazing feeling. It's not even the action of having your semen swallowed. It's the act of her still being willing to suck once you're ejaculating. That feels really, really good. However,
why? Ask why?
Because when you're at the point of ejaculation or climax, because some men are able to ejaculate without climaxing. But when you are climaxing, the sensitivity of the head of your penis is off the meters. And if she's still sucking and creating that friction right there while you're ejaculating, because you're throbbing, you're feeling her, you're feeling everything, it's an amazing feeling. However, the correlation to Hitting the bottom for a man will be a deep throat. A woman who without the gag reflex, who can take the entire penis into her mouth and into her throat. Once you feel that as a man, oh my God. once you feel lips on the base of your penis or lips on your testicle, and you feel lips on your scrotum, or she sticks her tongue out and puts her tongue on your scrotum, and you feel your penis deep into her esophagus. Oh my God. You'll never forget this woman. This woman has now acid etched her name in your brain and in your psyche for the remainder of your years. Every woman after her is going to be measured by her. You will think of every oral experience by how well this woman was able to compete with that significant woman who first took you all the way into her oral cavity.
This one, little big dudes come in
analogy. So the proper analogy would be more of deep dicking is to women as deep throating is to men.
There you go, Joy.
That's the proper analogy.
Okay.
We got some new math. This is the new math, everybody. This is the new math. Okay.
Right.
Because again, a shorter man, I won't say a short man, a shorter man can hit the cervix.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
Yep.
It takes a certain man with a certain amount of skill and talent and equipment to hit the bottom. A shorter man can ejaculate in your mouth. You can suck him off. But he has to have a certain build in order for you to be able. First, you have to have the technique to get it back there, but he also has to be equipped for you to take him back there. Everybody can't walk in the front door and make it out the back.
Damn fool. So basically what you're saying is you're going to try to do certain things and maybe know you're matched, maybe.
Yeah. So everybody, hey, look. And I'm not trying to be so. Whenever KC let me get on the podcast, she makes sure that she gives me I get a briefing before. I'm not allowed to speak in certain ways or certain.
Go ahead.
We don't care about what KC told you.
He
throw that in the trash can and say what you want to say.
Y'all don't gotta care. He gotta care.
Yeah, but we ignoring KC.
But he be all right. But he don't ignore me. But today, Anthony, please.
I heard that thing.
Feel free. Okay. Go ahead. Today.
Okay. So you can't come into. Don't come try and play big dick games if you don't live if you're not from a big dick neighborhood. You can't play.
That's right. That's right. Bros just can wear magnums because they make them feel good, but everybody ain't able.
You be swimming in that thing too. Like
don't.
Look,
they try it though. They try it.
Can we just pause for this PSA? Black men in particular, black men. This is to you because y'all are so fucking sensitive about this shit.
Yes.
Everybody does not need a magnum or require a magnum. Stop it.
Buying them.
And it's okay.
Okay. Here's another thing. Can I say this? About magnums? Can I say this about magnums? I don't use them. I don't like them. My favorite condom is Lifestyle Skin.
I was just going to say Lifestyle Skin.
Lifestyle Skin it's really is my favorite condom. It's not as expensive. It feels better. And again,
I mean, magnums are sort of like a garbage bag.
Here's the thing with the big condoms. This is what I would like to say to everybody. It's elastic. If you roll it down far enough, it's going to stretch.
Some of y'all need a little bit more room.
If the regular condom doesn't fit you right, if it's too
tight,
it's because you're not rolling it down far enough.
Listen, Anthony, I have watched the color suck from a brother's face trying.
Yeah, now I do know some that might need to size up. Not many.
Now, I'm not
but
saying,
there are some folks that do need to size on.
I'm just saying, I done seen them get real
rolled all the way down.
The color gone from his face.
I've been constricted with that Durex on. I put the Durex on and been constricted. Like, what the fuck is this?
No Durex.
Oh.
But any, like,
yes,
if you got enough,
you're fair.
If you got enough length and you roll it down,
most people, yeah.
If you roll it all the way down, you shouldn't have a ring at the bottom. You put if you put in your condom, it looks like you have a cock ring on. That's not the condom. The end of the edge of the condom is the same thickness as the rest of the condom. I assure you. I rolled them all the way down.
I have learned this from Condom Grandma. I was gonna look her up. I don't know if she's still alive, but she used to preach to senior citizens on how to use condoms, and she had said the same exact thing you're saying. So has my gynecologist. And some of these folks out here lying that it's too little. No, you ain't rolled it all the way down.
Roll it down.
Or you got the wrong type. There are very few people, but very few people fit into that category.
Yeah.
You know what? So let me ask you this. So
go ahead.
A guy friend of mine, I was kind of talking to him about this ahead of this episode, and he said that some of it is about feeling like she has submitted to you. Some of that feeling is like mentally.
Not even that mental submission. If she gets on her knees before you and takes you into her mouth, what other level of submission do you need?
Preach.
To have her on her knees.
Preach the lamb. Preach
you
the
in
lamb.
her mouth, looking up at you. She's worshiping you.
Preach the lamb.
Does she also have some control though? Because I feel in control.
This is a man's psyche.
This is what I was getting ready to say. This is a control thing.
Man's psyche. We're talking about a man's psyche. She is in front of you, on her knees, looking up at you, with your appendage in her mouth. That is pure submission.
It's submission and control at the same time.
At the same time. That's what I was thinking. That's very interesting.
Maybe taking you through all types of emotions with that submission, but still, she's taking a knee.
Yeah.
She bent the knee. You see what I mean? What better what is a better display of submission than getting on your knees in front of someone?
That is very
the
fair.
Problem though, I find that the deep throat is really challenging from certain angles. So I almost have to be on the bottom of a 69. That's the only way, because otherwise you just be like, I'm about to die. So you got to relax. You got to get all the muscles together.
I don't understand how I've never been deep throated on the bottom of 69 because I'm trying to take her through some things.
But that.
I lose the concentration personally if you're doing out some good stuff.
If I'm doing what I have to do,
you're gonna be getting some stuff, but you ain't gonna be getting the most. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you do lose concentration a little bit.
Relax. I'm just in the zone.
How? I'm a 245-pound man. You can't relax underneath me.
Well, listen. Well, the other one was 6'6"
that is
275. Like he bigger than you.
So how you relax? A lot of man like that. How you relax?
I mean, he ain't laying on you, stroking you.
He's engulfing you as he should.
Yeah, well, it's like a dual squat, right? I mean, it's a dual kneel.
You're engulfed.
Yeah.
And he's directly.
I mean, you just got your face down there.
He is focused and concentrating on your most sensitive of sensitives right
now.
Wait.
No.
Here's the deal, though. When I want to get the fullness, that's how I have to get the fullness. Because the other way is just too challenging for me on my knees. Because I had knee surgery. See, I can't be down there. I got a little cushion and a pillow and all the stuff. And even when I'm on my knees in the bed, I cannot get the goods in. But when I lay all the way down, maybe it's because I do yoga, right? Like I do lay down, and all of me is just cool. I'm like, yes, I can get off. And then we ain't really focused on my pleasure at that point. Like a 69 for me is like, I need to be able to get in the position to get exactly where you're going. Cause then he got to turn around because I am concentrating. You are correct. I am concentrating on pleasuring him in a 69. So it is difficult for me to be telling myself, oh, we're going to get my orgasm. No, you just turn around and get at the 69 and you go to work and worship me after that. Because
maybe y'all shouldn't just do the 69 then.
My goal,
but it's stressful. Even if I'm on the top in a 69, it's still hard to take. It's hard to take it all in.
Understood. I don't worry about the whole taking it all. I like to put a woman on top, but my goal, which is my fantasy, because it's never happened, is simultaneous orgasm and ejaculation. Doing
that's what you gotta magical. Because I will tell you,
that's something else.
That's
you gotta add a tool to that one though.
That is like the unicorn of orgasms because that's magical. And I used to date this guy, and it got to the point where we could at the same time, and it is fucking magical, way more magical than hitting by. Although he will, to this day, we haven't dated in a few years, he'll still be like, that time you that one time.
And if you're real good, you can 69 standing up and come at the same time. I don't know if y'all done had that, but let me tell you.
One thing I know,
I don't want to
for
do
that to happen, you have to have two
you
people
don't need but one time
that are not being competitive. Someone has to fall back a little bit, but when you have two people that are competitive like that and bringing their A game completely, somebody's gonna fall first.
Yeah, because that's not what happens. You get competitive in that aspect. We're both trying to get everyone is trying to get the other one off.
That's really what the competition is. I'm trying to pleasure you, and you're trying to pleasure me.
Yeah,
that competitive.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, but some of it is like, it's like being a housewife and being like, can you do everything? No, I cannot. So I cannot do everything. So when we trying to come at the same time, I'm bringing the little green demon. And I'm going to put it right there in the middle between the action. Let me know when you're close. When you're 2 seconds away, boom, I'm going to hit it and we're going to both explode together. Happens every time.
And that is actually, like I said, that is actually the most memorable and magical moment more than anything else.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Well, let's thank Anthony for joining us once again.
Thank you.
You've dropping that knowledge.
Hands, all the stuff.
Educational.
Gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate it.
You drop that knowledge on the people straight up. I think we've been in school, maybe they've been in school. Like, I hope some of these men are listening, bro. Like, you make sure you share with some men. Maybe your men friends are more enlightened and sexually intelligent. They have a higher sexual IQ, but maybe each one reach one. They might have an ignorant ass cousin. So,
like, I'm literally want to call somebody after this phone call. I mean, this was pretty good. But
well, you guys take care of business. Ladies, handle business however you see fit. Thank you again, Anthony, though, for joining us on here. And
anytime, ladies.
Again, schooling the peoples. Ladies, thank you for this conversation. And remember, it is not necessarily swallowing. Deep dicking is for women as deep throating is for men. We have learned a lesson today. Thank you for listening to 3BC. Thank you, Chloe. Juan Solo, KC the Alchemist, Anthony. You're listening once again to 3BC, powered by the Kudzukian Network. We'll see you next time.
3BC, recorded at Kudzukian Studios. Directed, produced, and distributed by Kudzukian.
Join the conversation at facebook.com/3BC.